What's up? What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. I had a bit of it's 6:10 in the morning. I'm late. I got to say, I had a bit of an emergency this morning. There's a bit of discomfort. I shouldn't have bought. So I went to Vitamin Shop. I needed to re-up my green powder that I drink every morning. And there was one that was buy one, get one half off. So I said, let's try new things. Oh, man. So I tried new things. I think I'm going to try bringing those things back and getting the one that I want because this is not doing me any favors. Folks, how's it going? Happy Good Friday. I called it Goot Friday. If you're in the Algorand ecosystem, if you love NFTs in the Algorand ecosystem, you're excited for this weekend. We'll go look at that in a bit. But for the time being, I mean, we're here. It's life. Life has come to us, and we should be grateful. All right. In a second, I was Good Friday, Easter has always been a special time in my childhood. I come from a large Italian family, which is no longer really together like that. Obviously grandparents pass away and things like that. And they were kind of the Italians from Italy that kind of held it all together. But we had some really amazing Sundays on Easter growing up. So it's always a special holiday for me. It connects me to my childhood. It connects me to things that I'm grateful for. And it certainly connects me to family and all that. And, I was raised in the Catholic Church. I was an altar boy. I was confirmed in the Catholic Church and all of that stuff. I mean, I wasn't all that into it. It was more fun to just kind of get the cookie and take a sip of wine. And then as I've gotten older, I don't pay really any attention. But I do have this long held belief that it's appropriate to honor your ancestors. And that's it. Anybody, whatever your religious belief is or your whatever it is, to me, I have no problem with anybody and what they believe in. Look at these edges, folks. There shouldn't be edges in my image. All right. Well, hey, I'll try to remember what Good Friday, Easter, and what it all means in a second. It'd be fun, maybe a little quiz. A quiz 25 years later. More than that, Jesus. Yeah, definitely more than that. Wasn't in. All right, let's just look at. I know we don't get markets today. The markets are closed, but crypto never closes. But we're going to look real quick at Bloomberg, CNBC, and then we'll head over to CoinDesk, CoinMarketCap, Vestige. And I've started looking at the gold price too, because I like precious metals as well. I like it all, folks. So we'll go to CNBC first. I know we have a jobs report. Okay, so we got a jobs report. Looks like it was more resilient than they wanted, which is going to give the Fed, I'm sure the markets didn't like that. And our crypto markets probably did not like that because that would insinuate raising interest rates again, which I think markets with the credit crunch that we have, you're probably going to start getting notifications from your credit card holders saying, hey, we're going to cut back on your maximum spend limit or whatever. What is that called? Your limit, your credit limit. Jesus Christ. Oh, shouldn't say that today, should I? Yeah, your credit limit. And yeah, we're headed to a credit crunch. We're headed into a very deflationary time and almost certainly a recession and, in worst case scenarios, a depression. So we thought maybe we wouldn't get another interest rate hike because of all that. But if the jobs report came back, this is the last jobs report before the Fed meeting in May. If it comes back super strong, it's possible we get another interest rate hike, which won't be good for things like crypto and growth and tech and all that. All right. Or it shouldn't be. We don't know. Maybe it will be good because people are so worried about recession, depression, yada, yada, that it's inverse what it has been in the previous months. I'm going to stop rambling and I'm going to look at CNBC. Sweet. Okay. All right, here we go. Job growth totals 236,000 in March, near expectations as hiring pace slows. Okay, so it came in a little under. Non-farm payrolls rose about in line with expectations in March as the labor market showed increased signs of slowing. The Labor Department reported Friday that payrolls grew by 236,000 for the month compared to the Dow estimate for 238,000 and below the upwardly revised 326,000 in February. Okay, so it is slowing down. The unemployment rate ticked lower to 3.5% against expectations that it would hold at 3.6%, with the decrease coming as labor force participation increased to its highest levels since before COVID pandemic. Though it was close to what economists had expected, the total was the lowest monthly gain since December 2020 and comes amid efforts from the Federal Reserve to slow labor demand in order to cool inflation. Along with payroll gains came a 0.3% increase in average hourly earnings. Everything is moving in the right direction, said Julia, chief economist for Zip Recruiter. I have never seen a report align with expectations as much as today's over the last 2 years. So she hasn't seen a report align with expectations as much as today's was over the last 2 years. Though the stock market is closed for Good Friday, futures rose following the report. So the market seemed to like it. Treasury yields also moved higher. Leisure and hospitality led sectors with growth of 72,000 jobs before the 95,000 pace of the past 6 months. Government, 47. Okay, who cares? While the February report was revised up from its initially reported 311,000, January's number moved lower to 472,000, a reduction of 32,000 from the last estimate. So if you're looking to get a job, folks, go work at a hotel or a restaurant, apparently. They're hiring. People are doing that. The report comes amid a bevy of signs that job creation is on wane. Not on fleek, on wane. And on fleek, Jesus. Grandpa, just read the words. In separate reports this week, companies reported that layoffs surged in March, up nearly 400% from a year ago, while jobless claims were elevated and private. I'm not even listening. How could you guys be listening if I'm not paying attention to what I'm reading? This is the most boring thing I've ever done. Sorry. Really just letting my private personality out, folks. That all has followed a year-long Fed campaign to loosen up what had been a historically tight labor market. The central bank has boosted its mom's score to 4.75. This is great news for the Federal Reserve. They don't have any concerns for the labor market when they make the next decision. Today's report is just a check mark for them. Oh, here we go. Several Fed officials said this week they remain. I skipped over probably the only paragraph I needed to read. Several Fed officials said this week they remain committed to the inflation fight and see interest rates staying elevated, at least in the near term. Market pricing shifted following Friday's report, with traders now expecting the Fed to implement one last quarter percentage point hike in May. Great news for the Federal Reserve. They don't have any concerns for the labor market when they make the next decision. Today's report is just a check mark for them. Investors worry, though, that the Fed move are likely to result in, is it just my reading or is this article full of like stupid grammar? Something the bond market has been pointing to since mid-2022. In its most recent calculation, though, the end of March, the New York Fed said the spread between 3-month and 10-year treasuries are indicating, okay, great, cool. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. So I'm not reading it again. Yeah, futures are pretty much unmoved. Why it's possible to have too much employment in the US. You guys want me to read that or should I let it go? Secret Pentagon and NATO Ukraine files are leaked. Military analysts were cited in press reports as warning that some of the documents appear to have been selectively altered to exaggerate Ukrainian casualties and minimize Russian troop casualties, suggesting a potential attempt at disinformation by Russia. All right, whatever. I don't want to get into that. China's economic recovery is taking longer than expected. Teslas keep on getting cheaper, folks. You can buy a townhouse in London for $74 million. Let's go to Bloomberg. Anything interesting over here? Bloomy. U.S. hiring moderates, unemployment falls, and mixed signal for Fed. Oh my God. Baseball home runs are increasing thanks to climate change, study says. I will not read that article. If you watch my show, you know that I'm a proponent of renewable energy. But when you start when headlines look like that, you're not convincing anybody, even though maybe it's scientifically accurate. But that's easy to mock, folks. There's more home runs because of climate change. What else is because of climate change? Schwab is like, guys, we're okay. We're okay. We got 53 billion in new client assets. Stop panicking about Charles Schwab. All right. None of that was all that exciting. Let's just look at the headlines on CoinDesk. I did notice that prices are cooling over there, up there, but we're going to look at CoinMarketCap. Oh my God. Head of Thailand's opposition party promises $300 crypto airdrop if elected prime minister. It's funny. I'll give you an airdrop. Is this a Sui airdrop? Is this a ZK Sync airdrop? Head of Thailand? Are you? But he wants to know. A contender to be the prime minister of Thailand is promising every citizen 10,000 Thai baht, approximately $300 in digital currency. All right. I don't care. It's funny though. We got political leaders offering airdrops, folks. Robinhood faces a $10 million penalty from multiple U.S. states over technical failures, investor harm. Yeah, good. Should be more. Robinhood. The dog, the Doge logo wasn't forever, folks. But you got to believe it meant something, unless it truly was just actually supposed to be an April Fool's thing that was late. That's a hard thing to invest in when you just like have to be at the whim of Elon Musk, because at some point the joke might get boring to him. And then once the joke becomes boring to him, then that's when you get Twitter coin. And then once you get Twitter coin, Doge loses its catalyst. named Elon Musk. Or he is truly dedicated to it and he'll make value out of it. He'll create value. U.S. Treasury. Okay. We got to read this bullshit. It's not BS, by the way. I'm sure, obviously North Korea does utilize these tools. All right. U.S. Treasury warns DeFi is used by North Korea scammers to launder dirty money. The department's first analysis of illicit finance risks associated with DeFi recommends the U.S. look at enhancements to its existing anti-money laundering regime. DeFi services that aren't compliant with anti-money laundering and terrorist financing rules pose the most significant current illicit finance risk in that corner of the crypto sector, according to the U.S. Department of the Treasury's first analysis of hazards from the technology. In an expected risk assessment published Thursday, the Treasury Department said thieves, scammers, ransomware, cyber criminals, and actors for the Democratic People's Republic of Korea are using DeFi to launder proceeds from crime. On the basis of its findings, the department recommends an assessment of possible enhancements to U.S. AML requirements and the rules for countering the financing of terrorism, as they should be applied to DeFi services. It also calls for input from the private sector to inform the next steps. Clearly, we can't do this alone. We call on the private sector to use the findings of the risk assessment to inform your own risk mitigation strategies. The 40-page report warns that DeFi services at present often do not implement AML, CFT controls, or other processes to identify customers, allowing layering of proceeds to take place instantaneously and pseudonymously. The report references several instances where DeFi projects have affirmatively touted a lack of AML CFT controls as one of the primary goals of decentralization for the purpose of ceasing to collect customer information for AML compliance. When these entities fail to register with the appropriate regulator, fail to establish and maintain sufficient AML CFT controls, or do not comply with sanctions obligations, criminals are more likely to exploit their services successfully, including to circumvent U.S. and United Nations sanctions. Nelson noted that DeFi can often pose challenges in trying to figure out the individuals behind the business activities, but he pointed out it doesn't matter whether the services are centralized or decentralized when figuring out whether they're covered by the Bank Secrecy Act. He said even those that claim full decentralization can really engage in a wide range of activity that falls somewhere closer to traditional finance than they're suggesting. In some ways, they're really decentralized in name only. Well, I think we all have that complaint about certain DeFi projects as well. All right. Anything else? Shanghai Fork is coming April 12th. I don't believe, can people actually withdraw though at that point? I know Lido, I think they said something as no later than early May, you'll be able to withdraw. So if you're expecting some giant dump on April 12th, you're probably going to be rudely awakened. All right. Oh my God, I just did all of that without showing it to you. Trash. You guys can see this, right? Trash. Sorry, guys. Did you guys pay me? Anybody pay me? Did you guys pay me for to show you that like you did the other day? All right. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. Who cares? Okay. Coin market cap. Bitcoin under 28, pushing down. Barely. The volume is so low. So BTC USDT on Binance is where most of the volume is, I guess, and that's not even a billion. BTC TUSD is their zero fee platform right now, and that's at a little over $500 million. Then you got Coinbase, 200 million. BTC, BUSD. I mean, it's all on Binance, folks. Binance and KuCoin. Volume is low. I mean, yeah, yesterday it was like 15 billion. The day before that, it was 20 billion. Recently, it was all the way up to 40 billion. Right now, we're at 12. So we've talked about this in the past. We've talked about this in previous episodes. But when volume is this low, a large buy can make this go up a lot quicker, and a large sell can make this go down a lot quicker. I don't see, unless there's some news that comes out over the weekend, it's probably going to be range bound unless some sort of event happens and the markets panic. ETH is sitting at 18.5. It had broken 1900, but it's not there. Now, Ethereum, Ether volume is about the same. It's Bitcoin volume that is struggling so much, or is going down at least. XRP staying strong at 50 cents, almost 51 cents. Cardano is trending down about 5% over the last week. Doge is going back to earth. DOT trending down. Solana stuck at 20. Litecoin 90, about the same. It's been like in an 89 to 93 range. Litecoin. Get an Atom for $10.99. Go buy an Atom for $10.99. Monero's been at 157 all week, it feels like. H-bar's down 12%. V-chain's about at the same. V-chain, $1.99. That's what Near was yesterday. And Algo, 37, ahead of ApeCoin by $7 million. ApeCoin at 21.5 cents. Great. Now, what's the volume like? 50 million. Could be worse. How does it compare to Near? I feel like Near is a good comparison. Near volume's a bit higher. Better than Hedera. And what was another one I like? Dot's has been it's always low. Dot's volume is always low compared to its competitors, but it's always here. It's always here, around 150 million. And then, Solana volume looks low. Okay, we're good. Vestige. ReCoop Live, weekdays starting at 9 a.m. Eastern, only on YouTube. ReCoop Live. Shout out to Hoover again. Every time I look at this, I'm going to give Hoover a shout out. Follow him on Twitter. Is it at Hoover? I don't know. Sorry, guys. I'll look next time I bring this up. I'll look and I'll have the answers. Looks like ASAs. There's a lot of green. Look at you, ASAs. Look at that chart for Vestige. Just went do. Nope, just kidding. Wee. Opal sitting at 15, 16 cents. It's been there all week. Bank. People are buying some Bank. It's up over 3% over the last 24 hours. Votecoin, 2 cents. There we go, man. A little bit of green. Chips overtook DeFi as the top market cap, top TVL. I guess this is according to TVL, not market cap. Because if it was market cap, Opal would be at the top. But TVL, chips, almost 1 million TVL. Right, just barely ahead of DeFi. Sweet. Opal, obviously, it has 317,000 TVL, but a 27 million market cap because the Opal token is in many places. Okay. Let's look at gold real quick. How's gold doing? How you doing, gold? Hi, gold. You're at 2007, the exact same place you were yesterday. Today, it's down 3 cents, but it's in the green. Come on, goldprice.com.org. All right. I'm about to come back to you guys. Check in on the chat. See if you guys are yelling at me. Sovereign roll-ups. No matter what happens with the SEC, Ripple has already won. Bribing hackers seems to work. 3 hacks returned in 3 months. Has anybody tried bribing the My Algo hacker? That'd be cool. Let's bribe them. All right. Let's go back. I'm done. I wasn't even sharing this. There. You can see it. Do you guys want to see this wonderful site? It's called Blockworks. You go to blockworks.co and you can see it. All the things that I just read, but I barely read anything. There you go. 75% of crypto holders own NFTs. Nearly 30% said they got their hands on their first NFT within the last year. NFTs are going down. Or, yeah, they are doing that. They're going down. But they're also, going on. You know what I mean? Oh, boy. All right, let's stop sharing that screen. Let's make this happen so it doesn't look so offensive. Let's see if we can get rid of those edges. And okay, okay, what are you guys talking about? I'm gonna scroll up real hill. I'm gonna look at you guys. You're not sharing, Coop. I know. Worst. I'm the worst. Vestige, prestige. Coop got that disco emoji hair. I kind of do. Yeah. Ace Ventura. Let's see. What mistakes are you guys talking about? He's ironing his iron shirt. Oh man, it was already that time. Hit me in the DMS if you're interested. The DMs, not in the DMS, guys. Mistakes were made. Wait, what? Core Keeper. So Crypto for Change is creating a Core Keeper server for the Algorand community or just followers who want to play. Crypto for Change is a great resource for gaming and other fun things. So definitely hit him up in the DMs if you're interested in joining his Core Keeper thing. I don't even know what Core Keeper is, guys. I apologize, but I'm pretty sure that's a game. And Crypto for Change wants to play it with you. Maximus is as dumb as I am and says, what's a Core Keeper? Happy National Beer Day. Had no idea. You can also join the Algonauts Discord, Maximus says. Okay, here we go. It's kind of like a 2D Minecraft. I know what that is. Type game with bosses. Awesome. I streamed it a few days ago on my YouTube channel. There we go. So I'm on it. What's up? Good morning, Wilder. Thanks for joining. The game is like $10 on Steam. Cool. I see some of your fractional play. I tried it. It wasn't for me. I like Fractal Monsters. I'm playing it. I don't have a perfect record anymore. There's been some days have gotten harder than others. Jesus is Lord, Maximus. I agree with you, man. But it's not. Okay, gonna smash the chalk this weekend. Gonna smash the chalk. Are we talking? What does that mean? Does that mean you're going to eat weed chocolate? Mushroom chocolate? What kind of chocolate are you smashing, Captain Stryker? Vestige Prestige, ReCoop is life, and we're happy to be here. Christopher Cooper, man, got a great name. You got a great spirit. Wilder, what's up? I already said that. Straight to jail. Uh-oh. GM, Cooper Troopers, what's up, Samino? Good mornings. I wonder if we all will have to become small farmers in the future. Maybe to feed ourselves. Mamma mia. And have to provide everything to ourselves. Yep, there we go. That was the next thing. Those who have some land. Yeah, well, we already do that. We got a whole balcony full of fruits and vegetables. When I say we, I mean she. We got lots of fruits and vegetables and fun things. We have a little garden that anybody can take things from. There's not a lot down there, but you can get some strawberries. You can definitely get some mint. You can get some basil, and the garlic didn't work out. Yes, Maximus Chris is in the house. Coop needs you to join him live sometimes to help him read in the morning. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, so true. That's so true. I need help, Chris. Chris Swenner, I need your help. There he is. Well, Chris is coming in, and we all know that Chris is going to be on the show soon. It's been far too long. We need some of that Coop Chris chemistry. There is chemistry. I had a lot of fun talking to him on the show. It was one of the first, and I'm, by the way, I was talking about this, and, it was the governor hat. I'll get back to the chat. I always enjoyed the chat, but let's actually do a little more of the show. There's more fun things here. Okay. That's not necessary. Let's see. Oh, I didn't queue it up. That's why. Oh, damn it. All right. Well, first, what we're going to do is we're going to look at what's fun this weekend. You guys want to know what's fun this weekend? What's fun this weekend is that if you own a Crazy Goose flock, a goot, and you're in the Algorand ecosystem, the base for the original Long Boy, if you own that, this Sunday on Easter, you can get a robot. So here you go, Crazy Goose Flock. They're awesome. The art's fantastic. The artist is great. His name is Ventral. I talked to him actually when I did a few episodes with Shuffle, the marketplace in Algorand. And one of those episodes, I had a discussion with Ventral. Really nice guy based out of Germany. And he's making it happen. Crazy Goose robots are coming on Easter. What better day? Let's read it through real quick. This series is the first of its kind. Crazy Goose Robots will be a fully automated interactive NFT series. Holders will need to feed, level up, apply items, or go on missions with their robots. Everything is powered by Crumb. Good thing I haven't spent one crumb on anything, and I just have been stacking them. Feeding. Your robot needs Crumb to function. 1 crumb a day keeps the revive kit away. Items. So there's a revive kit. Items. Don't have time for feeding? Items will be your best friend. Level up. To improve efficiency and looks, you can level up. On the final level, no more feeding is required. What are states? Every robot goes through 7 individual states for the first 3 levels. By feeding or not feeding, the state of each robot will change automatically. Once level 4 is achieved, their ultimate state will be unlocked. Fun. I love it when you do this. This is what I need. I enjoy this. Biomes. Every robot will live in a different biome. Some might have just stayed at the well-known pond. Others might have explored the vastness of the Gootverse. Keep in mind, biomes will grow and flourish with every level upgrade. New website. On the website, you'll have everything you need in one place. The focus is on bringing you the best UI UX experience possible. We believe this is essential for keeping holders engaged, onboarding new people, and making them stay. 100%. If I had one complaint about Crazy Goose Flock, was the website wasn't always the most intuitive, or it just, it was a little, it wasn't perfect, right? What you have been waiting for, the launch on April 9th, Mint 69A. There we go, folks. April 9th is Easter. It's this Sunday, I believe. The launch starts at 1 p.m. Eastern, which would be 10 a.m. for me. So the Algorand community is all collectively having the Easter Bunny come for us. Aw, look at him. Just sitting on a grassy knoll, eating a PB&J, little backpack, little robot. Love it, guys. I'm excited about it. Kirby's excited about it. Look at Bluey and his, I guess, dad are excited about it. Guys, I know who Bluey is. Honk, all of it. Whoa, what is going on with this thing? Look at the eyes on that robot. All right. And then I didn't just real quick. Okay. So you guys all know what Brave is. Brave is the basically a privacy browser that a lot of people use. It has a token connected to it, the BAT token, a basic attention token. And there was a time recently that there was some talk between, his name is Luke Mulks. He's the VP of business ops at Brave, and the attention token. Get Brave, utilize BAT. You earn BAT by watching ads or something. And so I actually am excited about this. And the Algorand community has been asking for Brave to integrate with Algorand, so we can get the Algorand wallets in the Brave browser and have some and play the game, use the Brave browser, watch the ads, get the BAT, all of the things. And Luke Mulks is interested in this. And somebody, jpig.algo, pointed out, when did this happen and how did I miss it? On Algo Explorer, basic attention token, verified. I think there was a lot of skeptics. There was a BlackRock token recently, and it was not real, or we don't think it's real. But yeah, like this person right here, the Algontant, the Algontant. It's nothing. The info was created through Portal, a token, an NFT bridge built on Wormhole. If BAT had any plans bridging to AVM, someone within the Algorand ecosystem would have noticed. I wouldn't mind BAT on Algorand, though. That actually might not be nothing. Luke Mulks has mentioned being interested in BAT on Algorand, and I think the supply has already been distributed, so it would have to be bridged over. Was thinking the same thing. It has zero circulating supply, so it could just be a placeholder. That's what it is, because we're about to find out. The real problem is that because they goofed up verification in the past, people assume it's a scam, and until it's also verified on Para. Yeah, we're all having a hard time with Algo Explorer and MyAlgo at this time and trusting what's going on. Luke Mulk says, we registered the token there when we began a last round of talks. I agree that we should bridge more over. Where are meaningful DeFi and NFT things happening on Algo? Red pill me, Algonauts. I should have retweeted that. Yeah, and then Duck Ape's like, this is bitchin'. Welcome to Algo. It's not officially complete. The intent is there, and there were some talks already. Even so, we know at least one subject that's going to be discussed on the Copper Journals show tomorrow. Coop Daniels, hell yeah. Have a mic and always game to talk on pods too, if that's ever of an interest. DMs are open. I'm definitely going to be DMing Luke Mulks, and I'm going to do an interview. And he doesn't even have to come on the live show. We'll record it, and I'll post it on the regular channel. I'll start doing that again. I think that'll be fun. And then I said, awesome, I'll reach out to set something up. And I will. I definitely will. That's awesome, right? And then there's other threads that I had queued up that where he basically explains that, well, yes, we could well, maybe it's on that text where it might be in here. So Michael Jordan, have you thought about issuing the BAT token as Algorand ASA instead of an ERC20? The cost to claim send tokens is simply 0.001 algo per transaction. Not sure how much ETH gas costs for users to claim a few BAT tokens now. Might make things simpler. People could claim more often. BAT Genesis was as an ERC20 on Ethereum, and there's a total max supply of 1.5 billion. That said, we have wrapped variants bridged across several chains at this point. The play is cross-chain with utility in minting NFTs, DeFi, and gaming in near term. And then I think people just start telling them what they like Pact is a great one. Algogator's doing some cool stuff too. Yep, I agree. Hell yeah. So Luke and Bat and Brave are interested. Pact came through. A lot of new names that I don't actually even recognize. So most of this is just people telling him what they like. There's Humble. We'd love to chat with you. All right. Everybody's coming through. I think Governor Hat makes a good point. Cool. Right? Right. I like it. Would you guys like it? What do you guys think about it? I'm not really good at English. I'm going to go to the end. What are you guys talking about? Like client initiatives? Oh, I know that whole exchange. That's actually true. Let's go find that exchange. Let's read that exchange. I think John kicked that off. Cool profile picture. There we go. John Woods, i.e. state proofs, in response to Anatoly saying, I've been noodling on this for nearly a year. Trust minimized bridge between independent layer ones. This design guarantees that local users can exit their bridged assets back to the local chain, even if the remote chain has a dishonest majority. All right. And then John Woods responds to Anatoly with i.e. state proofs. I was at Converge. I was literally first row for this panel. And here.
Competition isn't zero sum yet.
We're in a bear market, guys. There's a lot of depression. A lot of people are sad right now. I thought we'd try to uplift and share some love.
We are legitimately in a world where the competition isn't zero sum yet. So I'm pretty happy to be on stage with all these folks. State proofs on Algorand are pretty cool, and I think we're trying to build the same thing and make that commercialized. So definitely a good idea.
We're in a bear market, guys.
I mean, I didn't actually catch that when I saw it live, but he does say state proofs are pretty cool, and we're trying to build that and actually make it. And it says make it commercialized in a way where it's like and actually be able to sell it, because you fucking people are terrible at selling your shit. What it sounds like he's saying. Yeah, here's my comment. I think it was at Converge totally mentioned state proofs is something he finds interesting about Algorand. I was correct. Okay, this is long as balls here. Long as old man balls. Let's go back real quick. So this gentleman said Louis Py, PY, state proofs, Algorand, only a few years late. State proofs don't address honest majority assumptions. Now, we're getting out of my depth here. Okay. Here we go. I didn't read this. I'm excited. Let's learn something. In your example, the faulty check, which I think underlies your escape to local even under attack, is based on non-processing and on remote. Why couldn't this be implemented with state proofs on both sides in a trustless way? Am I missing something? State proofs are orthogonal to this protocol. You can use them alongside to implement the bridge, but in of themselves, they don't do anything to protect bridged assets from 51% attacks. They aren't supposed to, says Yuppie ASA Hygiene. They aren't supposed to. That's what the native validators do, and you can be one. Native validators don't do anything to defend against a 51% bridge attack. If Algorand assets are bridged into Solana via IBC, Solana validators can double spend the Algorand assets. They can double spend the bridge assets in the same way they could double spend any other native asset in the 51% attack. You'll have to trust both chain native validators for this to work. That's the only assumption. Otherwise, I don't get it. You'll have to trust both chain native validators for this to work. Yep, that is the problem. Local users don't want to trust the remote validators with their funds. But they do. Otherwise, they wouldn't. This is the point. This is a good point. Hash maps, data to value. I'm a fan of this guy. I think he's good. But they do. Otherwise, they wouldn't want to bridge their assets there in the first place. You're suggesting they trust a bridge whose smart contract comes with a failsafe. You now need to deal with scenarios where it is tricked into thinking the other's blockchain went rogue. And he stopped responding, I guess. But yeah, isn't that the whole point? Yep, that's the problem. Local users don't want to trust the remote validators with their funds. But the whole point is that these, like hash maps data to value says, is the whole point is, and maybe we have Chris in the chat who's probably talking about this right now, but the whole point is, yeah, if I'm sending my stuff to Solana, it's because I want to probably use whatever is I'm sending, and it's because I trust that once I get to Solana, it's not going to be a shit show. That's why I want to go there. All right, I'm going to go back. What do you guys think? The biggest issue with state proofs is the recording of the state on the other chain and the trust that it is up to date, which just means you have to have a light client, right? Somebody needs to build a light client and keep it going. Okay. Harble says light client initiatives. Yeah. I love the Brave browser. I don't even use the BAT token. I just use it to eliminate all ads. It works awesome with YouTube. Awesome. I think a good way is to build it into the consensus that the nodes submit the hash to the other chains and the hash is then voted on by the submitters. This would decentralize the submission process. I love BAT. Bring it on. Need something to do with the tokens. Been using Brave for 5 years. Would love BAT as an ASA on Algo. Hell yeah. Where can I read about this topic, about this topic about state proofs? Oh, here's the debate. And the volume goes to, yep, I want Algorand. So you guys are kind of like in between orthogon. It's about their shape. Totally saving face at all times. All right. I mean, as far as I can tell, and I'm obviously not a technical person, but as far as I can tell, state proofs facilitate this perfectly. Obviously, and this is what I asked, I don't remember who was I talking to. Maybe it was Michel Dada, actually. And I was asking him about state proofs because they've been waiting for state proofs for C3 protocol. It seems like now they've pivoted to be able to launch C3 protocol via Wormhole. But I think for a long time, state proofs were the main thing. And I was like, well, okay, so we need these light clients. Crypto builders have a huge not built here problem. Yeah. And so that's the point. And I was asking him, maybe that's the point. I was asking Michel Dada, so what happens? So now we have this awesome technology, this trustless bridging technology. But don't we need this stuff to be built on Ethereum? Don't we need this stuff to be built on Solana? Who's going to build all these things? Why would these other sides build these types of things? Now, I will say, Cosmos is interested. I remember Cosmos was interested in implementing state proofs. Some of the guys over there. So you can collaborate, and by the way, we got MetaMask because of grant funds and stuff like that. So there's ways to get these light clients built and to do it. But I don't know. Okay, so David, in that conference, Tolley basically admitted they were trying to copy state proofs from Algorand. Yeah, he thought, basically, he's saying that they were cool. Essentially, David, that's actually what he basically said, is that we're going to copy state proofs and we're going to package it better than you. But he said it in a nice way. Still not there. Maybe they should enroll in masterclass with Silvio and Pikert. Those two are obviously big brains. Well, guys, look, I have some time. Nobody's awake. It's Good Friday. I did have the idea that maybe I would try to remember, like, so what happened, right? What is Good Friday? So let's just see if I remember what this all is about. All right. So Jesus went around saying that, he's the son of God, and a bunch of people are like, bro, this is blasphemy. You gotta go. We don't like you. You're going to get arrested. Jesus had a buddy named Judas that kind of set him up, gave him a kiss on the cheek to indicate who they needed to arrest, betrayed him for some silver. And then Jesus got arrested. And then there was this judge that came in. His name was Pontius Pilate. And he was like, whoa, you really doing all those miracles, bro? This seems a little scary to kill this guy. I don't know what to do. No, we're not going to kill this dude. And then everybody was like, no, you got to kill him, man. Like, this guy is a blasphemous. He's causing a lot of ruckus, right? I'm losing people. It's causing a lot of ruckus. And then Pontius Pilate was, I'm out of here. Gone. Peace. And then so they crucified Jesus. And then a few days later, Jesus comes back on Easter, and after being crucified, and he starts performing a bunch of miracles for his disciples, and then he ascends to heaven. Do I remember it correctly, folks? And right now, he obviously sacrificed himself to absolve us from our sins, and for us to be able to move forward and humanity to be good again. So over this time, it's important to remember unconditional love, loving your family, being supportive to the people out there that are in trouble, healing the sick, taking care of the whores, be a wonderful person, right? That's what we want to, did I just say taking care of the whores? I have no brain. Oh man, this has been a weird week. What a week this week. I've just really been rambling on this show, and thank you guys for continuing to show up. I really do appreciate it. And this is it. This is this is week 7. Go walk that Stations of the Cross in penance, young Cooper Daniels. Amen, Maximus. This former Catholicism used. Okay, good. Taking care of the whores. All right, guys. My main message for Good Friday is: would you go out there and take care of the whores? Cracking myself up today, folks. But there we go. That's what it is. But really, what is it? It's about spending time with your family and loving your family and the people that love you, and maybe putting yourself second sometimes. We can all be good people. Let's look at the chat. Then he came back as a brain zombie. What movie was that? Thanks. Pretty good summary, right? I mean, that's what happened. His friend betrayed him. The judge was like, this dude's kind of creepy. He says he's God, or he's the son of God. Like, do we really want to do this? He's like, all right, you guys do it. Yeah. Well, let's see. How did crypto markets react to these jobs? Did they ever have any real push down? Nope. It's all the same. All right, guys. Well, on Sunday, I should confirm it because I could be wrong. But on Sunday, I believe at 1 p.m. Eastern morning for me, we can all get some robots. I've been looking at Twitter, There's a lot of drama about NFT royalties. And I get it. I mean, look, just use a different, we have options. That's the thing. So we have options. We have Rand Gallery. It's a good NFT marketplace. We have EXA Marketplace, EXA Market, great site. We have Shuffle, which is going to be launching the Little Dirk shoes, another good option. And frankly, Algo X NFT has a lot of good things about it. Apparently now you can get a little heart next to your posting if it's over 5%. Look, they want people to have the flexibility to not put royalties. That's what they're doing, and they're trying to protect people to make it not obvious if they're putting zero royalties. So that's what they're doing, and you can click through and figure out what the royalties are set at if you are really interested in it. There's a valid debate, but in the end, if you're asking me what my opinion is that anything that would potentially push creators away at this point is probably not wise. But Dragon, I saw Dragon post something recently about how he supports Algo X NFT. And his point is that, yeah, there are definitely some artists out there that deserve royalties on their art. But I think his point was a lot of NFT projects aren't really even about the art. It's about the community and how it does that. Like their NFTs, but their NFTs are done by awesome artists, but some of the best, frankly. But I get that too. So, certain projects, maybe it's not about the artist getting royalties because it's not necessarily art based. Anyways, I don't know. I'm inclined to this weekend for sure, just kind of lean into positivity. I'm excited. We're getting through all of this. I'm eagerly anticipating my algo to just wrap this up. I want it for them. I want us to all move the hell on and let them launch C3 if everything was, they didn't do anything wrong. It's time to move on from that. And it's just dragging us. I just feel like it's like we don't know if they're coming back. I guess it can't because they probably drained anything of value at this point. But it does feel like a drag. And, a lot of people will be like, well, you keep bringing it up, bro. And we're all listening. A lot of people are listening to you. Well, I don't always bring it up. I haven't brought it up in like a week. But it's just, it's just unresolved. And it causes a lot of anxiety and tension in the ecosystem and a lot of doubt and a lot of questioning and a lot of like, what's going on? But we did hear at the assembly that they have some information. So hopefully this is just, law enforcement about to catch the person and we get going. Okay. He's a Baptist. Peace be with you, Joe. The Chosen on Angel Network is pretty good. At least one more season needs to come out. Never seen The Chosen. ReCoop Church. Mary was always around, a repentant prostitute. Jesus played rugby because he supported a hooker. Jesus. A lot of cool down to earth type people loved Jesus. A lot of cool down to earth type people love Jesus. Yeah, hell yeah. Want to end a good crypto chat? Bring up royalties. Exactly. Today in America, a lot of uppity, pretentious people claim to love him. I know. There's a lot of doing a lot of crappy stuff in the name of all different types of make it a quote. There's a lot of crappy people that do a lot of crappy things in the name of all different types of religions. Taking care of them. The ReCoop message to all of you is on this weekend, take care of the whores. By the way, I have admitted in the past that I have acted in my life. I have played Jesus. I used to have, people were joking on Twitter about nobody's hair and comparing it to this thing that I got. But my hair, unfortunately, I did have some killer hair back in the day, and it was curly-ish, and it would come down. Right, I had some cool guy hair. Now it's not so curly. It's still a little curly, I guess, but it's not so curly. It's more gray. It is what it is. But my point is, I've played Jesus in plays 3 times, folks. 3 times. So I have experience taking care of the horse. So many different ways. Have a great weekend, fam. See you next week. Shari, it's really nice to have you in here. Thank you for joining us. Have a great weekend to you too. The Chosen is awesome. I'll watch it. All right, guys. I joke. Of course I joke. I always joke. But I hope you don't find anything that I've said disrespectful to, I mean, Christianity or any other religion, frankly. My Gray shows experience. All right, I'll figure out how to play Core Keeper. All right, guys. Hey, join my server. I might. I just might. I don't know. Thanks, brother. Thank you about the hair. Do it. All right, I'll figure it out. Guys, I'll figure out Core Keeper. This is turning into, what this has turned into all of a sudden? When you leave a place and you walk out the door and you're like, all right, bro, I'll see you later. Like, great seeing you. And then it's like, oh, we're walking the same way. So then you just end up, either you both like go to your phones after you've said goodbye, which is super awkward. Now you're kind of like walking 2 steps ahead of each other and you're like both looking at your phone so you don't have to continue the conversation that you just ended, or you joke about it, you move on and you keep on talking until the end. I think it frankly depends on how much you like each other, whether you do the phone thing or if you do the, okay, let's joke and just keep on talking. And now, okay, this time I really mean it. See ya. That's what the end of this episode feels like right now. For some reason, I feel obligated not to just end this and move on with my day. But oh my God, the ex-Catholic guilt. Poly. For sure. Did you heard that when I was like, I hope I didn't insult anybody. Because I don't want to. I love you, Coop. I love you back, brother. You just love us so much. Guys, that's the problem with the show. And my feelings towards Algorand is that I just love you guys so much. And I love Algorand so much. You know what I mean? It's my love of you guys it's just overwhelming for me. And it's just really hard. And I know it shows. It's pouring through my eyes and my mouth. Like a first date. Can't say goodbye. Like the first date. That's another good example where it's just like you keep on hanging out. You're a little nervous about the kiss. Man, I haven't been on a first date in a while. Do people still get nervous about the first kiss? Or is it like you bang first just to see if you like each other? I'm old, guys. It's like back in the day, it would be like a dinner. It would be like a movie. And there would be maybe like, should I hold the hand? And this is when you're a kid, obviously. But now I feel like everybody's changed. It's just like, okay, we'll swipe. We'll get it in. Do we like each other? All right. Oh, man. They call this the Midwest goodbye. Yeah, I love it. A Midwest goodbye, the nice goodbye. Right. It's not an Irish exit. It's a Midwest goodbye where you say goodbye to everybody. You're an hour and a half late and to wherever you were going next. All right, guys. Hey, I appreciate you. I think it's genuinely because I don't want to leave you guys because I love you so much. I feel like it's going to be a long weekend, but this isn't a long weekend. It's just Saturday, Sunday. We're back on Monday. All right, guys. Today's Friday. Get your robots on Sunday. And then the next time I'll be back is Monday. I appreciate you, guy. Coop's idea of dating in 2023. Do you kids bang first to see if you like each other? Just shut the fuck up and click the button, Coop. All right, guys. I appreciate you. See you Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern. And you'll see me on Twitter all weekend. All right, peace. Take Coop. Fisherman.com.